Hey, I'm back. So I want to look at the crypto market and I want to look at it because I haven't looked at crypto in a while. Okay, so this is Pepperstone. Let me look at the BTC USDT chart excuse me, for Binance. Yeah. So because I had literally, I'm just, you guys know I've been been looking at BTC for a while, and I had actually analyzed it on the Binance platform. So what we see here on the weekly, this had been my bias on BTC since November of last year. So if you've watched my other crypto analysis on BTC, you will see the consistency in what I've been saying. And as you all can see, this is the weekly time frame. Things actually played out. Now, the only thing is it didn't get to my target down here at, my target here was at 31,303.08. It didn't quite get there, but it got to the 33 zone. So about 2K short of my target, which is not too bad, guys. I mean, we can see the bias was actually correct. Now, the thing is, I had also said that if we do retrace, we will retrace up to the 38K, but we can see we actually pushed past that and we went all the way up to 45K. Now, when I look at this, I'm like, okay, what I'm seeing is that we've closed this market, or rather, we haven't really closed, but the week, this is the week of February. So today is when this candle closes, and right now it's 2:33 p.m. Kenyan time. So I'm gonna watch and see how this candle for this week closes tonight, and that will probably inform my take on BTC. But I'm honestly, after this retracement, because we've been rallying down, a bit of a retracement, rallying down, and if you notice something, there was this huge candle on the 29th of November, okay, last year, and we then retraced, okay, and we kind of consolidated here for a couple of weeks, and then we now finally broke down, and then we took out this low. Okay, so when we took out this low, we just kind of reconfirmed the continuation to the downside, and that's why even this retest here may not have been so convincing for people to say that now we're going to begin to buy. So then we continued down, and we retested a previous demand zone. We then came and took out that previous low and then began to push up. So this was actually a good opportunity to enter on the buy once we saw this candle closing like this in terms of the retest. Okay, now what we are seeing is we've gotten to the 45K zone that I had marked out here in my previous video and told guys that this is actually a potential area for us to get back to at some point. I just didn't know when it would happen because I think I did this quite early. I did it on this day of January. I think 10th January, I anticipated to get there, but it didn't quite get there and it's dropped. So what I'm seeing right now is, depending on how this candle closes, okay, and this is just purely from a technical perspective, depending on how it closes, I'm anticipating that we're actually going to open this week bearish. And I feel we may begin to target these lows that I had initially marked out. So if that doesn't happen, then possibly we'll try and retest this zone here. What if you look at this candle nicely, all we have been doing is just filling up the imbalance that was left when this impulsive move to the downside happened. Okay, we left an imbalance in the market, and so price has actually come clear that imbalance, and now I'm now bearish. Now I'm still on my bearish trend. So I'm still bearish on BTC USDT. It may change, but I'm still targeting this 30K. In fact, I'll probably just go on a lower time frame and see how it looks like. So you can see very clearly, we did push up, okay, took out this high of 7th February, which was my birthday. And then we, kind of tapered here for a bit, and then this candle of the 10th February, which is I think on Friday, took out the high of 7th Feb. That was on Monday. So, and then we dropped. And what I'm seeing is we then retested this zone here. Okay, and there's, we've left a bit of an imbalance, so price may actually just go back into the 43K level. Actually, so we are at the 42K, we're not at the 45K, sorry. Right now price is at 42,569. And we can see there's a bit more imbalance, so we may actually push up there. But guys, I'm kind of hoping that BTC will keep on dropping. We have major imbalance below here that needs to be filled. And yeah, I still feel we're going to target this level. So I'm going to be watching BTC. And I think when I actually think that we're ready to now drop, I'll probably drop something, a chart or something in my YouTube community tab. So keep an eye on that. So that's BTC USDT. So let me look at Ethereum. I'm just looking at the major currencies. And you all can see how I've been marking out the charts. This is an old marking. And, I had anticipated that we'd go back up first before we drop, but the opposite happened. It just dropped. And then now is when we're getting back to this zone. And then now, so I'm just like, okay, we are looking bearish as well on Ethereum, but we may see us maybe attempt to get to the 3,056 level, and then we'll continue to push down. I'm generally still bearish. This could just be a retracement before we continue, but I would want for it, just basically based on my weekly setup here, I really want Ethereum to get to the 27, 28 zone, okay? And then now we can push up. So I'm really I'm still biased for it to get to the 2700, 227,200, 2,700 level, okay? Zone, generally, okay? So that's Ethereum. What else can I look at? I can look at, let's see. So let me look at altcoins as well. I don't know if you guys trade altcoins. So I'm trying to think of an altcoin I can look at. Before that, maybe I can look at Litecoin. These are the major ones. So just see what Litecoin. And then maybe we can look at Luna as one of the altcoins I can look at, and maybe AXS. Yeah. So when it comes to Litecoin, wow, actually Litecoin has been looking something even nicer to trade. So there's still imbalance to the downside. So I'm actually thinking that Litecoin is going to drop, okay, to clear out some. I mean, my near target would be 87.8. I mean, that doesn't sound really nice, but I feel this imbalance needs to be, there's an imbalance downside, okay? And once we take care of that imbalance, and I think we'll see a nice rally to the top, yeah? We have an order block there as well. So, I mean, I'm just like, we didn't quite tap into the complete feel that imbalance. So I'm just like, okay, let's see what happens. We also have an imbalance upside. So there's also the opportunity for Litecoin to actually push up and push down. So if I'm going to enter into any sell positions, it would be from around 183.7. And if I'm going to get into any buy positions, I think I'm going to enter from anywhere from 95.1 or maybe 117.1. But, I feel like I would want to see what happens by the time this today ends. Then I'll be able to know how I want to take this market, because all I'm seeing is price has just been taking out liquidity and shifting lower, liquidity lower, liquidity lower. And the same thing is here. It's taken out this high, and it's probably going to come and retest the 116 zone and maybe even break down to the 96, 95 zone. If not, it will come to this zone and then bounce off okay, clear liquidity at the 182 level and then come back down. I mean, that's basically the scenarios that I'm looking at Litecoin. So let's look at Luna. I'm looking at Luna because I like to look, it's on Binance, it has some really interesting products tagged against Luna, and some earning sorry guys, I'm getting a bit distracted. Give me a second. Yeah. Anyway, so Luna, this is how Luna is looking. So we took out liquidity. We may push up. Okay, we may push up on the weekly. Let me see the daily. Yeah. We took out liquidity. We may push up. We are still looking bear. I mean, this is a really strong bearish structure. So until we take out this significant swing high, I'm still bearish on Luna as well. Okay. And so I'll be waiting to see how this candle closes. I want to look at which other altcoin. There is an altcoin called Leo. Okay, it's basically a utility token of Bitfinex. Okay, so I just want to look at it and see what happens, right? It's a utility token on Bitfinex. So yeah, this is looking bearish. I mean, if you want to jump into this trade, you may as well. Sorry guys, that's my phone. So we do have, yeah, there's a zone here that we can see Leo will target or may target. Okay, so that's I'd be looking at that. So from 5.8 745 thousand all the way back down to 5.3. I mean, that's a significant move, right? So that's what I'm thinking for Luna. On the weekly, we're just seeing this rejection, really major rejection. I mean, it's almost like pump and dump kind of scenario. So I would want us to come back to this demand zone and maybe even lower, you know, with this major rejection, maybe even lower, retest this previous level of demand and maybe even lower before we see any other move to the upside. Yeah, so that's how we are looking. We pumped and we literally pumped yesterday, right? That's what it's looking at. Let me see which other altcoin I can look at, and then we can call it a day. If you guys have any altcoins that you wanted me to look at, I can probably look at them later in the week. Sorry. Let me see the ones that I look at sometimes. Sorry. So most of the altcoins are looking similar in terms of just, you know, so like for AXS, we can see we have cleared the imbalance. We've taken out liquidity. So we may start seeing, we've retested a previous demand zone. We may push a bit lower, but then we may begin to see price pushing up. We do have some imbalances above here. So we may see price moving up to 90.203477. But this is on the weekly. Maybe on the daily, it looks slightly different. We're definitely bullish. When we just broke out of this zone here, this could just be a retest. This is actually possibly a retest. So that's why I'm saying we may push lower, possibly to this 53.556298 zone, and then continue to the upside. So we've been on a really nice rally down. we did now clear liquidity below and then we broke out to the upside. Actually, some of these coins, I wish I had seen them earlier, like this would have been, this would have been a really nice move to the upside, if I'd caught it on 3rd last week, but one. So yeah, so that's AXS. If you guys want me to look at anything else with the altcoin and crypto space, there's so many coins you can trade on Binance. Okay. So just drop a line, I'll look at them, let you know what you're doing. If you want me to really zone in into a specific, like specifically how it's gonna go out, just let me know, and then I'll do a specific video for that specific coin. So yes, that's it for today on the crypto analysis time. My time is done. Hope you find value. Smash that like button, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.